So I remember I said a few weeks ago I'm gonna make a series about New York City and the glamorous life in New York City, and actually how not everything is as glamorous as it seems, or as it may sound, or how, you know, Sex and the City kind of lifestyle, or even Friends, you know, it's a misconception. I'm not gonna say that some people don't have that kind of experience, but a lot of the time, if you go by yourself to New York City and you just move, the story is similar to the one that I'm gonna tell you. And of course it depends from person to person, but I'm just saying in general, or I'm just gonna say it from my perspective, how it is and how it was. I lived in Jersey. I started doing my master's, so I decided that I'm gonna live a little bit of the week. Part of the week I'm gonna live in New York, and part of it I'm gonna live in Jersey. I'm gonna take classes. I was actually working so many jobs. I was working as a graduate assistant, all of these things. I was doing so many things at the same time and doing my master's, working as a graduate assistant for 2 different programs. I worked as a lifeguard, I worked as a coach, I worked as a mentor for new students, foreign students, and I worked then in the city, I worked as a waitress. And I remember I was so excited when I actually moved to the city. And from the outside, it looked really cute. This was a few years ago. But actually on the inside, it was this small room, you know. But I was so happy with it, and I decided I'm gonna paint it. I was so excited to have it. I mean, that was my dream in a way, you know. And I didn't have any furniture or anything like that. But I decided I'm gonna freshly paint the room, even though it was white and it was so small. I can literally make like 3 steps, like from each side of the room. I can barely fit my suitcases in there. But I decided I'm gonna paint it, so I did. I'm about to repaint my room all by myself. Wish me luck. I did it. I painted everything. It's so clean now. And then I didn't have a bed, so I bought a blow-up bed. Actually, I didn't even buy it. I took it from my friends. They had it. And then eventually, I remember the blow-up bed ended up having a bump. Like some part of the blow-up bed exploded, and I ended up having this like hump in the middle of the bed. So it made the bed even smaller because I had to choose between like which side am I gonna sleep on. So it was so funny. And for story to be even funnier, even a previous year I slept on the couch in this dorm. It was literally a wooden couch in the common room. So it was so funny because I'm 6'1", you know, so I made it comfortable, you know. I was with my friends and they were so amazing actually to keep me in there. I don't even know if I should say this, but I mean, now they can't do anything to us, but I was like literally living on the couch of the common room in the dorm, even though I was doing my master's. So this was so funny. It was a lot of fun too, but it was kind of stressful because I was literally sleeping on this wooden couch that generations before threw up probably or had sex on, you know, so but that's a whole nother story. Anyways, so now I'm in New York. I moved in, I had this blow-up bed. I'm working as a waitress, and I worked in this restaurant, so I was waking up in like 4 in the morning because I was working in this luxurious hotel, which is also like, it's not fancy as it sounds. You know, once you see the other side, it was like 5-star restaurant, all this like rich people come in there, but once you see what's happening behind the scenes, it's like, what the heck? So anyways, I'll make a video about that, why not, but some other time. And I also made this plastic wardrobe or whatever, and I was building it, and I was so proud that I built it myself. You know, I painted the room, I blew out the bed. I was so proud of myself, even though, you know, it's not really that crazy anything that I did. But anyways, I was enjoying that small room. And then eventually I got the couch I had friends, and they ended up giving me this couch, and it was unused. But because I was working this crazy job, I worked in marketing, and we literally didn't have a life. We worked all the time. So what I would do, I would come back at home, like home at maybe 10 at night, and I would leave the home at 6 or I don't even know. And you know, I would be so tired. So I wouldn't even like, it was a pull-out couch. I wasn't even pulling it out. I would just literally just die on that bed and then like sleep for some hours and go to work. It was like 6 days a week. And for like 9 months I was doing this. And it was even on Sundays sometimes. You know, it was crazy. But anyways, I heard that we have mice. And I've seen a couple of them. Actually, I've seen their poop. But not too many places. Actually, in the kitchen, I've seen it a lot, which is not that great because, you know, I was washing everything 700 times, and it was so funny with my roommates. And I remember one time, I was in the kitchen, I don't know, doing something, and I hear something in the sink. And I look, and it's a little mouse, and it was so cute. It was actually adorable. So I had a chance to actually drown this mouse because it was just there and it couldn't get out. Kind of like popcorn, you know, like, I don't know, it was so adorable. And I didn't have a heart to kill it. I could never. So actually what I did is I put it in this plastic box for salad. I mean, there was no salad in there. And I put the little mouse, and I even gave him, I fed him, or her, I don't know. And then I took the mouse outside and I walked him a few blocks and I let the mouse out. And he probably came back and he told his friends that there is a lady who feeds them. So that's actually what happened. So we keep finding more and more mice. And I remember I was cleaning my room one day and I moved the couch. And I see all stuff. I don't know what it is. It's like some black. It kind of looks like the couch was like something was coming out of the couch. And I was like, what is this black stuff? I don't get it. It looked like dried parts of, I don't know, wood or something, but so small, like chipping, like something was chipping. And I remember I was like exploring it. I was like, what is this? And I explored it with my hands. You know, I was like, what is this? And there was so much of it. I actually think I have a picture of it. And I was like, what the heck? So I clean it, you know, and I clean it, whatever. And then a few weeks later, I moved the couch to clean again. And I see it again, it's there. And then I realized it was mice poop. I was literally examining it with my own hands. So what happened is that mice literally slept with me. I slept with mice. So because they found, because I was never opening the bed, the couch, they actually ended up sleeping in that part. So I was literally sleeping on mice, with mice, in the same bed, with mice, for a few months at least, before noticing. So I slept with mice, yes, exactly. So that was traumatic. So literally mice 1, DD 0. We tried to, I mean, honestly, I don't know. We tried so many things, but it's New York. And then we ended up like doing different stuff. And because we keep finding poop in the kitchen, like that's where we eat. We call the exterminator, all these things, but we got rid of it, like literally rid of them a few months later. So I really hope that the little piece of shit has learned his lesson and he tells his friends not to come back. But it took some time, you know, and that was pretty gross. Even though mice are so cute, their shit is not cute, you know, and especially because first I didn't recognize it. I guess that it was dry or something. So gross. But literally there was so much. Anyways, I think I even have a video of one time when I moved to the room next door. It was a little bigger. So there's another story for that room. So I moved to the room next door because it was a little bit bigger, and that roommate left. We had a view to the garden, and I was like, oh yes, I want this. It has 2 windows, blah, blah, blah. It was just a little bit bigger. Maybe not even, maybe a little bit bigger than the previous one. But, you know, it was easier to arrange it, all of this, so that's what I did. I actually have a video of one night I heard the mouse again. and I think I heard that it was in my bed again, and I was so traumatized. And I think there's a video of me in the dark, kind of talking with myself. I was losing my mind. There's a mouse under my bed. I can hear it scratching. I know it's just a little mouse, but it's so gross. So the night after that traumatic experience with the mouse, I was frozen. I couldn't move. I mean, obviously, like, I don't know, it's just this, I wasn't even scared of mice, but come on, like, it was in my bed. So I remember, I'm gonna sound like a freaking crazy person, but I literally woke up the next day and I stood out, like, and I stood up and I was like, listen to me, I'm gonna go to work, and once I come back, I don't want you here. It was all nice and fun and games, but you're not welcome here, and please go find another home. Okay, I'm gonna leave the door open from the room, and you're gonna leave this room, and you're not gonna come back. Okay? We have a deal. That's it. That's it. I literally talked with the mouse. Like, I didn't know where he or she was. Hopefully only one. And I literally spoke like out loud to the mouse. Funny thing is that actually I've never heard the mouse again in my room. I don't know, and I was really trying to hear it because I was like, this actually worked? Like, I can speak their language? Didn't try to speak after that. I was just crazy that day. But maybe I can speak mice. Is that how you call it? Maybe I can't. But also, one day I remember before this, I woke up and I saw the door has been chipped. Like, I think I have a picture of it, and it was because that meant that mice were inside with me in the room and they were trying to get out during the night, but the door was closed. It was really creepy and disgusting. So that's the mice story. Woo!